Philosophy is inseparable from the pursuit of truth. The aim of philosophy is the clarification of thought, not the assertion of doctrine. A truly good book takes more than one reading to fully grasp its wisdom. We must be constantly vigilant against ideological dogmas, as they often blind us to the complexity of reality. Philosophy teaches us to question everything, even our deepest held beliefs. The true philosopher seeks wisdom, not power or personal gain. A great thinker is not afraid to challenge prevailing opinions. The study of political philosophy is essential for understanding the nature of human beings and the proper organization of society. There is inherent value in intellectual curiosity and the pursuit of knowledge. A ruler who is guided solely by self-interest is not fit to govern. The true purpose of education is to produce individuals who are capable of independent thought. Laws must be grounded in morality and justice, not mere convenience. The pursuit of power often corrupts even the most well-intentioned individuals. The philosopher must be open-minded and willing to consider all perspectives, even those that challenge his own. The true philosopher is not swayed by popular opinion or temporary trends. To truly understand a text, one must engage in careful and rigorous analysis. The study of history is crucial for understanding the present and avoiding the mistakes of the past. The purpose of government is to secure the rights and promote the well-being of its citizens. A society that values individual liberty is more likely to thrive than one that stifles dissent. The pursuit of power and the desire for greatness often lead to tyranny. The most important questions in life are the ones that cannot be definitively answered. The greatest wisdom often comes from acknowledging our limitations. True greatness lies in knowing when to listen and when to speak. Liberty and justice are not mere abstract ideals, but essential elements of a well-functioning society. The purpose of philosophy is to deepen our understanding of the world and the human condition. The study of classic texts allows us to connect with the wisdom of the past. The greatest thinkers are not those who claim to have all the answers, but those who ask the most profound questions. Democracy is not an end in itself, but a means to achieving a just and equitable society. The goal of education should be to cultivate critical thinking and intellectual independence. Ideological fanaticism blinds us to the complexities of the world and leads to intolerance and violence. The pursuit of power often leads to the sacrifice of moral principles. The philosopher must always be guided by reason and evidence, not personal bias or emotion. The study of philosophy is not a luxury, but an essential part of what it means to be human. The search for truth requires intellectual courage and a willingness to confront uncomfortable realities. The true philosopher is not interested in winning debates, but in seeking the truth. The true measure of a society's greatness is how it treats its most vulnerable members. Religious tolerance is essential for a harmonious and just society. A just society is one that protects the rights and dignity of all its citizens. The purpose of education is to cultivate ethical and responsible individuals. The philosopher seeks to uncover the hidden assumptions and unspoken truths that shape our thinking. The pursuit of knowledge is a lifelong endeavor. The philosopher must be willing to revise his beliefs in the face of new evidence. The study of philosophy is not about memorizing facts, but about cultivating intellectual curiosity and critical thinking skills. The true philosopher is not interested in winning arguments, but in seeking a deeper understanding of the world. The pursuit of power often leads to the corruption of moral principles. The philosopher must be willing to entertain multiple perspectives and consider alternative explanations.